Hey everybody, and welcome back to W.M.S.T. This is our 10th official episode. Let me introduce you to the cast. We got Editor-in-Chief Ziggler.
What is up?
What up?
Number
And
10.
number 10. Happy 10th week of recording. And we got Hound.
10 episodes. That is so awesome.
Yeah, a lot of shows don't even make it to 10 episodes. We made it, boys. And we got Father Suplex Shawn here.
Everyone always remembers their 10th time.
True. And we got the man with no gimmicks, Cam.
Somehow we made it to 10 episodes.
Ooh.
Isn't that something?
Yeah. And as always, I'm your host, Syed. And we're going to start off the podcast reviewing Shazam. There's already a review for Shazam posted a few weeks ago after the preview, so you guys can check that out. But now we're going to talk about it on the podcast. So I'll just keep mine short since you guys can check out my review later. But yeah, overall, I really enjoyed the movie. I thought it was a blast. It really surprised me. I didn't think it would be that good, and it ended up being really awesome. Let's see. Yeah, Mark Strong was really a standout for me, a big surprise, because I really didn't really expect much from his villain. I thought he would be kind of, one of those mustache twirling, nonsensical villains, a fodder for
Like
the
a Bond
hero.
villain.
Right, kind of like that. That's kind of what I expected, because his character in the comic book is kind of like that. But in the movie, it was surprisingly given a lot of depth, and you kind of understood why he was the way he was. And yeah, his performance, I feel like, really elevated the movie. He was a big surprise. And yeah, just Zachary Levi, of course, he embraced the role so well. And just his Shazam and the Freddy, the kid character, was given a lot of depth. And yeah, like I said on my on my review, like the message of this movie really resonated with me, and it was really a perfect message. So yeah, I gave it a 10 out of 10. So I didn't find any faults with the movie. Maybe I will the second time I watch it, but it was really perfect for me. So yeah.
The guy who Zachary Levi, who plays Shazam, was like great in this movie. He was so funny. He hit the points so perfectly. The jokes, the way he like said lines, and the suit is also great. And I mean, it's the best DC movie ever made. Well, DCU movie, because like the Dark Knight trilogies, they're like a whole different level. They're not even a comic book.
Even better than Wonder Woman?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Better than Wonder Woman. Better than Aquaman. Shazam is the best.
Wow.
The whole universe.
Yeah, I feel like unlike Wonder Woman, the third act is way better. So I think
and the ending
gives it the edge.
And like the ending of Shazam, the ending of Shazam when the movie ends, I love that scene so much. I was like, wait, what? What? I thought that scene was just like so great, and like it perfectly fit the movie too. And that's it. That's
and your score?
8 point. No, just 8 out of 10.
Okay, 8 out of 10. Sounds good. And Shawn?
This is one of the first DC movies besides the Dark Knight trilogy that I actually really enjoyed. Besides Wonder Woman 2. Shit, I shouldn't have said that. Cut that. This is one of the latest DC movies I've actually very much enjoyed. I laughed out loud a lot and I haven't done that in a while in the movie. Zachary Levi was fantastic. The whole story was really funny, really good. Dr. Savanya was really cool. And the whole backstory to everything was really interesting. And just overall just a good movie. Very, very good movie. And can't wait to see Black Adam soon. But I give it a 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10. All right. So WMST's official review for Shazam is 8.7 out of 10. Yeah.
Way too high.
Well, yeah, you get
Levi
you
pick.
gave it a 7.8, but we averaged everybody's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just don't like good things.
I do. It was a fine movie. It wasn't like a great movie. I mean, I
Yeah,
laughed
it
a
was.
couple
Like,
times.
what
Like
movie did you watch?
I
Because
have
Shazam is.
I have like a little gripe with it because Billy Batson, the guy who plays Billy Batson, Asher Angel, and the guy who plays Shazam, freaking Zachary Levi, they felt like they were playing like two completely different
Yeah, I
people.
noticed that
What?
too.
It
Yeah.
didn't
Like
happen that way for
like
me.
Shazam was
When
like more
Zachary
like
Levi became Shazam.
Shazam
I
was like
can
more goofy and
I can
like
agree with that. Yeah.
funny, and
And
Billy
Billy was
Batson was like
more.
more serious,
I noticed that too. Like all of a sudden, when he turns into Shazam, he's like, "Woohoo! I'm invincible!" Woohoo! But
Yeah, like
then
he was like
after,
so
like,
You would
silly
be
I
and
the
stuff.
same
guess
way.
I guess
Yeah, I
they're
When you
know,
trying
were
to.
but when
silly,
he
you would
was,
be doing
but
all
then
this
when he
goofy
was
stuff.
Billy Batson, but then when he turned back to Billy Batson, he was all serious again. He
Yeah,
wasn't
because he's
like
not a
goofy.
superhero.
All right.
No one
did
knows
Hound just call you
who
wrong?
Shazam is. He's a complete stranger to everyone. He can do whatever he wants. That's why he's
That's
like
not
all
what we're
goofy and
talking
stuff.
about, you dumbass.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Nope.
Wait.
Fuck you, Hound. Go to hell. I'm just kidding. No, I'm not.
Yeah,
Alright, I'm
but
kicking him out.
wait, hold on. Don't do it.
Oh
Yo,
shit, Tyler.
Tyler
Yo,
is
let's
coming
go. Thor
for Thor
Ragnarok.
Ragnarok review.
Good chigga. You're late.
Yeah, late.
I'm a part-time.
We can't
tolerate this
Alright.
Tyler is in studio right now, so that's exciting.
Yeah. Yeah, he arrived in the studio.
We waited just for you, man.
Yeah. All right. We're back, and joining us now is Tyler. Right in time, as we are gonna continue our road to Endgame reviews. We're getting really close to Endgame now. Only 20 days till opening night, and today we're gonna review Thor Ragnarok. So I'm gonna take it over to Tyler since it's his favorite movie. So we're gonna have him review Thor Ragnarok first. Go ahead.
First of all, this movie is better than Iron Man, Shawn. But this is my favorite movie in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I believe maybe close behind is Infinity War or ahead. It's one of those two. But everything about this movie just works for me. Taika Waititi just changes Thor so much, just like the Russos changed Captain America. Like, you watch the first two Thor movies, they basically suck. The first one's
And they're
alright.
better than Ragnarok.
Okay.
Go back to being muted. You watch the first two movies. Thor 1's alright. It's not the best, obviously. Thor 2, it's the worst one. And then you watch Ragnarok, and just the character is so much better. All the characters work. Heimdall is actually a great character compared to him just being like a robot in the first two movies.
He's not a robot.
He basically just stands there and does nothing.
He's the guard.
Well, yeah, he's the guard, but in this movie he actually gets some nice fight scenes. I know he does in the first one, I believe it is. The villain in this movie, Hela, I know some people don't like her, but I actually like her a lot. I like the backstory behind how Odin changed the history of Asgard and painted over the walls or fixed the walls or whatever it was. Her introduction after Odin died was great. The Doctor Strange little cameo was also a fun little bit. And one of the best parts is Jeff Goldblum as the Grand Master easily. The Hulk was a nice introduction. I think it would have been interesting if they didn't show him in the trailers and you just went into the movie blind without seeing that, but I think you had to kind of show him to get the seats filled because no one would have saw it, I don't think. Valkyrie was a great introduction as well with Tessa Thompson. She has great chemistry with Chris Hemsworth and, of course, the God of Mischief, Loki, is also amazing in this movie. He dies again as Matt Damon, and Matt Damon dies in Infinity War. Oh well. Um, well, the only bad part about this movie that I can think of would be Scourge, because Scourge is like no one cares about him at all, and when he dies,
I
they try
care
playing
about Scourge. I
They
care
try
about Scourge.
when he dies, they try playing sad music, and I don't feel any emotion at all. Um, and also the character of Korg is one of the most hilarious parts about this entire universe. And I hope he makes an appearance in Endgame, which is not likely, but hopefully he survived with Valkyrie. And I'm really excited to see Valkyrie show up in Endgame as well, see what she has to offer with the rest of the Avengers. But for me, this is easily a top 3 movie. My top 3 is as of right now is in no order. I'll just say Winter Soldier, Infinity War, and Ragnarok, and this is a 10 out of 10, easily.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, 10 out of 10. Awesome. And as for my review for Thor Ragnarok, funny thing, coincidentally, we ended up reviewing Shazam today, and Thor Ragnarok, of course, was Zachary Levi's last appearance in the MCU, as he died at the hands of Hela. You guys probably won't even realize. I think some of you do, but Zachary Levi
I
was in the Thor franchise. Very
Yeah, he was the blonde
unnoticeable.
dude.
Flandrel was his name or something like that. But yeah, Shazam dies in Thor Ragnarok, but is born again in his own franchise. Oh well. But yeah, overall though, I really enjoyed Thor Ragnarok. It's one of the funniest MCU movies. Like, it's so funny. At points, I'm like, guys, you gotta stop with the jokes. I'm trying to, breathe right now. But yeah, like, the jokes really land. I think Taika does a great job of directing these guys and letting them just improvise and stuff, and it comes off very naturally. Um, and yeah, just what Taika did for the character of Thor is just unbelievable. Like, he just turned him around. You could kind of say he was like the forgotten members of the Avengers. Like, nobody really cared about him. Like, it's like, hey, it's Thor, it's Chris Hemsworth, cool, I guess. But in this movie, I feel like a character arc was completed. A version of Thor came over that we kind of should have been seeing from the starting, and his more interesting, more weird lore of his character was explored and actually embraced. But yeah, and also Kate Blanchett as Hela was really good villain. Of course, MCU has had a bit of trouble with the early villains, but I feel like her and Michael Keaton's Vulture were a starting point for strong MCU villains, and she did an amazing job. Uh, Other than that, I will give this movie an 8 out of 10. Sounds good. All right. Now let's go to Shawn with your review.
This is by far the best Thor out of the 3, and the best, like, one of the best, like, out of any, like, trilogy that the 3 main had. Obviously not as good as Iron Man 1, but it's kind of got up there. But really enjoyed this movie. Hela was a great add-on to it with Kate Blanchett. She might make a appearance in Endgame because she's like the MCU version of Lady Death. But like, it's gonna be interesting, but very well made. The Led Zeppelin scene where he is fully embraced his power is phenomenal.
The Immigrant Song, so good.
Yeah. I give it a 8 out of 10, not 9 because Iron Man 1 is better.
All right, 8 out of 10. All right. So now let's go with Cam's review.
Edit that real quick. Ragnarok is actually one of my favorite MCU movies just for the entertainment factor. It leans more into comedy, giving it rather than the serious tone and nature like the past two Thor movies. Sure, it has its action and its storytelling, but I love the movie just for its comedic elements. The get out and the falling for 30 minutes bit still kills me every time I see it. Taika Waititi actually changes just about everything in the franchise with just this one movie. It even made him a great candidate for him to direct Guardians of the Galaxy 3 when James Gunn was out. But even he said, I can't make the movie like him. I really loved Hela as the villain. She's actually one of my favorite MCU villains. Plus, with her hair down, oh my.
True. Can't disagree.
Valkyrie is a great character and one of my favorite characters in the movie. But the one character that steals the show is Taika as Korg. He's hilarious in this. And Goldblum is Grandmaster, great as usual in this role. I liked how Hulk was in this just because it actually ties up his loose end from Ultron to here. Just to tie up that loose end. I love the movie just for its comedic elements and characters. I'm even hoping to see more from Korg, Valkyrie, and even Hela if they actually make it into Endgame or any other future movie. My rating, 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10. All right, sounds good. And Hound, your review?
All right. I love this movie so much. It's the best Thor movie ever created. One of the funniest MCU movies ever created. And this is like one of the first movies I like watched back to back, not on the same day, but like I watched Thor Ragnarok first on Friday, and then I watched another like Sunday or Saturday. And like the beginning scene with Thor's fighting Surtur with Mjolnir was the best fight scene Thor has had with that hammer, hands down. I don't care like whatever else, like Avengers or like Age of Ultron. That scene was the best one, like hands down. And Loki's also great in this movie, and I found a new sense of like love with this movie as well. And I really love the joke where he sees Hulk, where he like sees Hulk again and stuff. And hold on, okay, Valkyrie's awesome, way funny. She looks 1,000 times better in the white suit with the blue cape, and the like dragon dagger sword. And if you allow me to rant a bit on Beta Ray Bill, so apparently he was supposed to show up in this movie, but he didn't because like there's like some problems with it. And then like Infinity War, they like stole the name of his hammer, and that's like I don't know. Beta Ray Bill needs some justice. Hashtag justice for Beta Ray Bill, please. And yeah, I just love this movie so much. It's one of the funniest, and the Doctor Strange scene in the movie is just great. I love how Doctor Strange appears behind Thor, and Doctor Strange's suit with the yellow gloves and the cape just look amazing in Thor. And then when Loki just comes out and he's like, "I've been falling for 30 minutes." So funny. And yeah, that's it.
And your score?
8 out of 10.
8 out of 10. All right. And Ziggler, go ahead.
Wait, hold on. Ziggler, when for the edit, cut out anytime I was like long pauses, just like cut it out.
Got it.
Okay, boss.
Yeah.
To just get rid of Immigrant Song, we don't want any copyright
Want me to
strikes.
make you
Sure.
your morning coffee too?
Do you want him to blow you while you're at it?
Make me some fried eggs right now.
I'll fucking fry your eggs. Alright, let's do this.
What? Okay.
Like he'll
Alright.
cut them off and fry
You
them
know.
in the pan.
You know. Thank you, Syed, for that introduction. Finally, a good Thor movie, which really wasn't hard to top the last two, but you know. I remember seeing this in IMAX opening night with Shawn, and we weren't really excited about this because all our hype was going to Infinity War. So, but nonetheless, it was still a pretty good movie. I personally thought it was pretty good. It was a great addition to the MCU, and it really showcased Thor's true abilities as the God of Thunder. It showed what a badass he is, and it showed us that we should not count him out in the conversation as the strongest Avenger, because he probably is the strongest Avenger right now. It also showcased the funny and humorous side of Thor. Chris Hemsworth is funny as hell. He showed us that in previous movies, not in the MCU, but that he can play a funny and lovable idiot, and I'm glad he brought it into the Thor character. It really just brings a new side to the character we'd never seen before, and I believe a lot of that goes to the director, Taika Waititi. His direction of the film and his direction of what he thinks the Thor character should be really made the movie. Now, you can't talk about this movie without mentioning Planet Hulk. I mean, the MCU was probably going to do a Planet Hulk movie in the future, but fucking Universal, man. But yeah, fucking Universal just fucked us in the ass with that, because I want a Planet Hulk movie, but this was still good because the Planet Hulk scenes we see in the movie is really good, and I love it. And I love that their fucking fight too. That gladiator fight was one of the best scenes in the movie. And I also love Korg, and I love Meek, and I love the Grandmaster. Jeff Goldblum as the Grandmaster was fucking hilarious. He was probably my favorite character in the movie. Now, overall, this was a good, fun space adventure with lots of laughs and great, memorable action set pieces and a good story. I give it a solid 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10. Okay. So with that, the official score of W.M.S.T for Thor Ragnarok is 8.5 out of 10. It's a good score.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Good score, yeah. All right. Now moving on to our wrestling topics. It's a Wrestlemania weekend. It's a huge weekend for wrestling fans. And before we get into
we're ready to go.
True. Before we get into the Takeover and WrestleMania talk, I had a question for you guys. Now, there has been rumor floating around. Now, I didn't really care about this until Becky Lynch mentioned it. Rob Gronkowski recently retired from the NFL, and apparently there's rumors of him potentially joining WWE. Now, we know... Oh, he's an NFL player.
You remember we didn't know who the fuck he was?
It was a joke, I know.
You
said number 33. Sorry.
So, you guys know, like, Ronda Rousey, of course, big crossover star from the world of MMA. Now, we might be getting a football star in WWE. So, I wanted to get your guys' thoughts on mainstream stars coming into WWE and how that impacts everything. I personally think it doesn't really impact anything because I feel like maybe merchandise-wise, numbers-wise, it moves a little bit. But other than that, there isn't really an impact. But I think if they're brought up through the system correctly, I think they can turn out to be like Ronda and like be really successful. So I'm going to go with Cam first. Go ahead.
I don't know. Maybe they might bring him in for like a one-time ordeal, kind of like they did with Mike Tyson, or maybe he'll actually train and actually compete. Or maybe they'll bring him in like an analyst, like Pat McAfee. How they have him in NXT.
Oh yeah, true.
I don't know what they're gonna do. I'm drawing blanks pretty much.
Do you like the prospect of him potentially becoming a wrestler, maybe continuing that feud with Jinder, in the same continuity?
It will sure bring in a lot of attention, kind of like how Rousey's bringing in attention.
True. Yeah, I agree. And Shawn?
I personally, when I saw Rob at WrestleMania 33 with Ziggler, we didn't know who the fuck he was, and like we literally have video evidence where he was down there, and we're like, who the fuck is that?
Who the fuck is that guy?
We really did not give a shit, and like some mainstream, depending on who it is, I think it's good, but most of the time, like, it's not really something that like it's like, oh, okay, that's a former football player. Okay, next topic. Like, we're not really phased or care by it.
True. And um and Ziggler.
I mean, if Rob Gronkowski wants to become a professional wrestler, who am I to stop him? But like so many great athletes from different sports come to professional wrestling, and some of them are good, like Matthew Riddle, Shayna Baszler, Moose from TNA. Remember him?
Mm-hmm.
Moose was a professional football player, and now he's a professional wrestler, and he made the transition good. Yeah, that guy. But I would prefer if Rob Gronkowski actually trained and like started out in the Indies and then make his way up. That would be nice. But that's probably not going to happen because he has a famous name, I guess.
That's not gonna happen at all.
That's what I just said. It's probably not going to happen. Weren't you listening, you deaf motherfucker?
You said probably. I said it's never gonna happen. He's gonna show up TNA, WWE, and that's it. He's done.
Okay. Ziggler, continue.
Oh, that was it, actually. So.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, we'll move on to Hound then. Go ahead, Hound.
I don't really care. I don't really care for his spot at WrestleMania 33. If he becomes a wrestler, okay, cool. Just don't take up all the spots. Don't become champion right away.
And
Like,
don't win the
allows
title.
us- Yeah, don't win the title. Don't win like multiple matches in a row or whatever. And it would
And we'll be good.
It would be funny to see the whole gender thing continue, but yeah, I don't really care. I don't watch football. I did meet Rob Gronkowski though. Like I did meet him IRL. So
Oh yeah, he's
Who
your
gives a
hometown.
fuck?
It's New England, Boston.
Like,
yeah,
he's
I
a
met him
big
IRL.
deal.
I took pic. I took
Motherfucker.
pictures.
Is he, though?
I mean, he was pretty tall.
I mean, I wouldn't know. I'm from a shithole in Ohio.
I have a signed football from him.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Wow. Yeah.
I'm not even a football fan. Like what?
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. All right. So with that, we'll move on to our next topic, and we're gonna review NXT Takeover. It was a really amazing event. Had a lot of buzz going in Friday, and certainly did not disappoint. So we're gonna go around and we're gonna ask everybody what their favorite match was and what they thought about the event overall. So we'll start with Hound. Go ahead.
I thought the whole show was awesome. This was one of the best takeovers in a long, long time. Every match on the show was freaking awesome. I really wish my baby girl, Kairi Sane, won the title, or even Io Shirai, because I love me some Japanese women, because I like anime. And the match with Adam Cole and Johnny Gargano was fucking incredible. It was a piece of, like I freaking orgasm during every single freaking move. Like, holy freaking shit. Like, somebody, if this was a video game, someone nerfed Johnny Gargano, because that was freaking impossible. That man is a robot. That man landed on his head so many damn times. That man got kicked in the side, back, front, the head by a foot so many times. I am the table. The first match with Ricochet and Black was amazing. Velveteen Dream, freaking gorgeous as always, of the Statue of Liberty, the real sign of liberty. And I can't wait for WrestleMania on Sunday. And that was Takeover is probably gonna be better than Mania. Maybe Mania it will have like better moments. But yeah, that's it.
Yeah, sounds good. And yeah, personally for me, the emotionally most gravitating match was the Johnny Gargano versus Adam Cole match. For a second, I forgot that it was a 2 out of 3 falls match. So when the first fall happened, I was like, "Wait, what?" And so that was a pretty nice touch. But yeah, the Undisputed Era coming out and like attacking Johnny Gargano. For a second, I was like, oh, "Okay, this is gonna be a screw job finish," and I was kind of disappointed at that point because it's been almost 2 years, man. Like Johnny, he really needs to get his win. it was kind of getting ridiculous at this point. But when he was able to get that final submission at the end, that felt like cathartic. Like it felt like so
The
many
Gargano
years.
escape.
Right. Gargano escape. That final tap out was absolutely satisfying. But overall, the match I really liked was the Walter versus Pete Dunne match. That match was so physical and brutal, and seeing Pete Dunne's 685-day title reign end was absolutely crazy. Like at one point when he landed the what's his finisher called again? The bitter end.
Bitter end.
Bitter
Yeah.
end.
Yeah, when he landed that, I was like, okay, wait, that's the end. Like, I think he's gonna win it, but no, he didn't. Like, it subverted my expectation, and I really liked that.
It
Overall,
was crazy how he picked him up, though. Like, I didn't think he could do it to him.
Yeah, but yeah, overall, I thought that was the best match of the night. But like emotion wise, I thought Adam Cole versus Johnny Gargano was the best one. But yeah, overall though, a very solid takeover. Really enjoyed it. Probably one of the top 5 takeovers. Really awesome. And Cam, go ahead.
I actually had a lot of fun with this show. Now, some of these matches, like the Riddle and Velveteen match and the first 2 falls of the Tour Falls match, they kind of lost me, but they picked up near the end like they usually would. Favorite matches of the night would be the opener, the women's match. Sure, I'm kind of irked that Shayna's still champion. Like, shouldn't she be getting a call up anytime soon?
She's a good heel, though. She's a really good wrestler.
Yes, she is.
Better than Ronda's ass.
A great heel. But sure, Dimples and Thighs, Io Shirai didn't win, and Bianca didn't get her moment, but it's building up to that big moment where it's like, who will be the one that actually topple her to knock her off the throne and stuff? Johnny finally getting his moment is actually just really great. Like, I can't figure out a word for it. Cathartic?
Yeah, that's how I would describe it. Yeah.
Like, he finally got his moment after 2 years of absolute hell, like, and especially a year of being tormented by former best friend and letting the hate flow through him.
Devil himself.
Like, he finally got his moment, his small victory, something to get behind. And the best part, Cleveland finally has a title now after all those years of depression. Or another title. But who's counting? I really like the show.
Now, I got a follow-up question for you. Who do you think is the best choice to eventually beat Shayna for the title? Because she's pretty much got a stranglehold on that title. Who do you think should win the title?
Reason for everyone or just Cam?
Yeah. I want to ask Cam first, and then
This can be for everyone.
Yeah. Go ahead,
I mean, before they announced the 4-way, I was thinking, oh, Io Shirai is going to be the one to knock her off the pedestal. So I'm still thinking Shirai, unless they can actually get another girl to come in and go all Walter on her. Oh, and I forgot to mention that Walter Dunn match. I really liked it.
Yeah, sure. I guess that's a pretty good choice too. I think they need to just build her up a little bit more, which they could do very easily. But yeah, eventually build up to another takeover with her. Yeah. And Hound, who do you think can eventually beat Shayna?
My baby girl, Carly freaking Sane, with the elbow drop of the century. She's gonna beat Shayna one day and become 2-time NXT champion. I'm just waiting for the day because Shayna has been a boring champion.
Didn't she beat her at Brooklyn 4?
I think she did.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
She beat her at Evolution, I think, right?
No, Shayna
No,
won
Evolution. Shayna won. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Like,
that's when
I don't think Kari would be the one to actually to beat her again.
I mean, she's Japanese. She's got that, like...
So is
Oh,
Shirai.
she's Japanese, so she's gonna win. Yeah.
Asuka won, like, 6,000 matches before.
But
Shawn,
isn't...
So...
Asuka
shouldn't
and Kairi
Kairi
Sane are not the same person.
Shouldn't Kairi Sane be on her way out, though?
know, I want her to stay
Yeah.
NXT, become discount champ, and then go to Raw. Because I don't want her to mess her up like WWE did Oscar. You've seen what they did to Oscar.
I
I don't
do
want
agree
that.
with Cam though when it comes to the call up. I think Kyrie's the closest to a call up than anybody in that match. And
I think
Ziggler, who do you think
Shayna's
is?
first, to be honest. She's been
Yeah.
just.
And Ziggler, who do you think can eventually get that
I
title?
mean, I know it's not going to happen, but I love her so much. So Candice LeRae, I mean, I've been following her since the Indies, and I would love for her to be the women's champion in NXT, but I know it's not going to happen because they're not. I don't know. They're not doing really anything
Like she
with her at
doesn't
NXT.
have an identity besides
Yeah,
Johnny's
Gargano's wife. Yeah, which sucks, but and she's a fantastic wrestler, though. I mean,
I think that's gonna change soon. After tonight's takeover, I really feel like that's gonna change up things with her whole like career now, because that whole Champa life is now over. I would presume.
Candice LeRae, I like her. So
Yeah, sounds good. And moving on to Shawn, who do you think could eventually get Shayna's title?
Wait, say it again. You broke up.
Oh, my bad. I asked you, who do you think eventually will be able to beat Shayna Baszler for the NXT Women's Championship?
Definitely if she doesn't get called up, Candice LeRae would be really nice. You know?
Yeah.
But,
hey,
what?
Candice LeRae, I
Oh,
want Candice.
okay. Well, yeah. I didn't really pay attention to women's match, but, yeah, Candice LeRae would be nice.
Yeah, and what did you think of the event overall and your favorite match?
Definitely Velveteen versus Riddle was one of my favorite match. No, my bad. Walter versus Dunn was just I was not doing a safe thing, and I was driving, and this was on my AC, and I was listening to it through my Bluetooth and very lightly looking down sometimes, but even then it was just like, holy shit, what a fucking match. Um, Kind of sad Dunn lost because I was hoping he would keep it for 1,000, but seemed unlikely. But good for Walter, and Dream versus Riddle was really good too. Dream is such a fucking star, and I'm really happy for him. And Cole versus Gargano, which is awesome. I would have liked to see Cole win the title and Gargano be called up, but maybe Cole gets called up. Maybe maybe that's Undisputed Era gets called up. But it was an overall great show.
Yeah, definitely agree. And Tyler, I want to get your take. What was your favorite match from Takeover?
Man, that's a tough choice.
And don't you dare say Thor is better than Iron Man.
I'm gonna have to go with let me think about this. Probably the women's battle royale from WrestleMania 25.
I'm not, man. I asked you, what was your favorite Takeover match from
We don't
Takeover?
talk about that.
I was just messing with you.
Probably the Fatal 4-Way from like 3 years ago with Tyson Kidd and Neville. Yeah,
Oh.
that one.
That's a throwback.
That was a good one.
That was a classic. Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah, that's a good throwback. Yeah, definitely. All right, and Ziggler, go ahead.
Thank you for not forgetting me. This show was fucking amazing. I mean, I would probably go as far as saying that this was probably the greatest professional wrestling show I've ever seen. I mean, every match was just a fantastic instant classic after instant classic. War Raiders versus Aleister Black and Ricochet was an awesome, fun way to kick off the show. I love how TakeOver always kicks it off with a fantastic tag team match, and it was Ricochet and Aleister Black's final NXT match, and it was a great send-off. Velveteen Dream versus Matthew Riddle was fucking fantastic as well. Just a great back and forth. Yeah, his name is Matthew Riddle.
His name's actually Matt, but okay.
His name's Matthew, you dumb fuck.
Yeah, it's Matthew.
Matthew Riddle was a fantastic
It's Matt.
fucking... It's Matthew Riddle. It was a
Who
fantastic
cares?
fucking match. I do, because that's a real legal name. It was just a great back and forth match as well. Pete Dunne versus Walter was an absolute banger. Just
Oh my.
fucking hard hitting, violent brutality. Exactly how I like my professional wrestling.
Oh my.
The Fatal Four. I know, right? The Fatal 4-Way NXT Women's Title match was just a good breather after that UK match and right before the fucking match of the year. Johnny Gargano versus Adam Cole. It was just a fucking masterclass. It was just fucking incredible. I can't say more good things about this match and about this show. It was just awesome seeing Gargano finally winning the big one. Finally, after all these years. I mean, thinking he was going to win against Almas in Philly, and then again against Ciampa in Brooklyn. And now, finally, the boyhood dream has come true. Just fantastic. This show is just perfect from top to bottom. If I were to give it a rating, which I know we aren't doing, but it's 10 out of 10, A++.
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, overall, yeah, very great show. So yeah, with that, let's move on. Let's talk about WrestleMania. All right, Hound. So talk to us about some of the WrestleMania matches.
Okay, the WrestleMania match I'm most excited for is actually the women's main event, the women's battle royal match. I think it's the most it's the most inclusive match. It has
That's
the
what you're most excited
diversity.
for?
It has the most diversity of women. All these women are just so beautiful. All the shapes and sizes it's a great match.
Are you riffing?
I,
Shapes and sizes.
They're
Yup.
all so beautiful.
We got some Oompa Loompas in there.
I look forward to the surprise wrestlers who will be in this match. Like last year, my wife, Peyton Royce, was in it. A baby girl, Carly Sane, was also in there. I'm hoping for them to come back. And I'm hoping for Peyton Royce to win this year, boys. Let's
She's
hope.
in the tag title match.
Wait, what? Oh yeah! Yo, my wife better win the tag title. She better win the tag title.
Sounds like you forgot that.
Yo, let's go! Yo.
You're not a very good husband if you forgot that, dude.
Yeah. I don't even know what matches
I
your
think she
wife
better
is
get a
in.
divorce.
Yeah, I heard she's looking.
I heard she's looking for guys with long black hair, such as myself. So
True.
I have
I think I
one
saw her
looking-
with Ziggler.
I've heard she's looking for guys that actually know what match she's in.
Damn.
Oh,
Mhm.
snap. Yo, Ziggler, I have long black hair, so shut up.
your hair is not black, so kill yourself with a knife. Anyways, let's
I
go.
want to take a picture of my face. Well, not of my face, but my
Bitch,
hair.
I do not want to see your ugly ass face. All right. Anyways,
Okay.
All right. Okay, go ahead, Hound, with your next match.
Okay, the next match that is the most anticipated of matches is Bobby Lashley, the man who makes a child point at his ass,
Ashley.
versus the Demon Finn Balor. The Demon Finn Balor is coming for WrestleMania. Like, holy shit, finally! Like, I can't believe Vince finally came out of the freaking
All right,
head.
slow down.
Tone
We got
down
the
on
Flash.
the energy drinks.
I can't believe
Save them for
Finn-
Mania.
I can't believe Finn Balor is actually coming out as the Demon, because we all know Finn can't win shit without the Demon. Royal Rumble, Brock Lesnar, Finn Balor, normal.
I mean, he won the Intercontinental title the first time without the demon, so I think it's pretty
He doesn't
good.
want to use it as a crutch.
I see, but the Demon, the attire will be awesome. The red smoke slaking across the stadium. The red.
Like he's being so descriptive with this shit.
The red and black lightning that's gonna show all over the arena. Oh yes, Finn Balor's gonna look so amazing.
On the bright side, it's not SummerSlam exclusive anymore.
Yeah, boy,
True.
let's go.
So who do you have winning?
And Bobby Lashley there too.
And the Battle Royal?
Finn's gonna win 100%.
Okay.
Battle Royal. I don't know. Freaking a mid card wrestler who nobody cares about.
What about Asuka?
Yeah, also was gonna win.
To hell with all
Oh.
that. Lacey Evans is gonna jump in and win.
True.
Yeah, probably. Okay, time
And the
for
next
another
match.
Boys, settle down. Time for another match. And that is the game. Triple H versus the Animal, the Invisible Man, Batista. This
The
match,
man that wants what he wants.
Get
this
out
match,
of his office.
this match is just like, wow. Can't believe it's actually happening. Batista's final match in WWE. Will it be Triple H's final match in WWE? Like, that's just so crazy to think about. Like, wow. I really hope Triple H really doesn't retire this year. I always look forward to his WrestleMania matches, and no, I mean I'm not joking. I mean he is getting inducted into the Hall of Fame. He gets inducted to the Hall of Fame next night. He has a WrestleMania match. Interesting. I wouldn't be surprised in his match Batista wins, but hey, who knows? He did get injured at the fucking stupid ass Saudi Arabia show. And yeah, I'm excited for this match. It's no DQ. There should be some fun. There should be Shawn Michaels. There should be Ric Flair showing up. Randy Orton. They're definitely gonna have some Evolution stuff. Ref's gonna be knocked down. All that early 2000s, 2006 ruthless aggression, awesomeness that I wasn't a part of. So yeah, that should be exciting. Now the match. Okay, so this is gonna be real. The next match I'm really excited for is Buddy Murphy versus Tony Nese for the Cruiserweight title. As far as I know, Buddy Murphy steals the freaking show in every match he's in. Royal Rumble? Did you see that match? No, because you all are losers and you don't watch the kickoff.
We
Buddy-
actually
I saw
did
it.
see that match.
I did see the match.
Yeah.
I
you.
did not see
Okay,
that.
good.
I don't watch wrestling.
That's a
Good, because Buddy Murphy
strong
is the
assumption.
Buddy Murphy is the best cruiserweight wrestler to step foot in a ring, besides Rey Mysterio, and several others that I can't think of right now.
Pac.
I am super excited for this match. The Royal Rumble match was one of my favorite matches, like literally ever. I'm not joking. Like, I look forward to the cruiserweight matches for every pay-per-view because they always make me fun and amped for the match. And he's going in this year as the cruiserweight champion. When last year he was going in as like literally nobody. I think it was in the Battle Royal, maybe. Probably.
He wasn't even on the card.
Yeah, he wasn't.
He
even
wasn't.
on the
He
card.
was still in
Buddy
NXT.
Murphy is an afterthought. Now he's going into Mania as a champion. That Australian bastard, he is going to steal a show and retain his.
There is only one
championship.
bastard, and that bastard is Pac.
Who? That crybaby left. Who cares about him?
The
now?
greatest
This
NXT
is the
champion
WWE.
of all goddamn time. He is a
This is
bastard.
WWE.
He is Pac.
Champ like Kevin Owens say hello.
WWE. Okay, that's it.
Okay. All right, sounds good. All right, we're gonna go with Ziggler now.
All right. The first match I'm going to preview, and I just want to let you know that I traded Roman Reigns and Drew McIntyre for this match, and I can say now it is the worst trade deal in history because I made a mistake. I forgot who was in the Raw Tag Team title match. The Revival versus Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder. Okay. I mean,
Yo, Zack Ryder's a
this
married
would have
man
been
now.
this would have been cool if like they actually built this up for weeks, saying like Kurt Hawkins can't win the big one anymore. That would have been a cool storyline, but they just said
True.
fuck it and just announced it on like Instagram like a day or two ago. But yeah, I had the Revival winning because I mean it's probably gonna not be that good because I'm not a fan of Zack Ryder or Kurt Hawkins, so I really don't care for this match. I don't know why I traded it. That was the worst trade deal in history. My God, I'm gonna kill myself. All right, then. The fuck was that? All right, the
It
next
was
match.
terrible.
I have another tag team match. I'm actually, this match is fucking star-studded. I mean, I'm going to list off the names right now. The Usos versus The Bar versus Nakamura and Rusev versus Ricochet and Aleister Black. Like, holy fucking shit. If that match on paper doesn't get your dick hard, I don't know what will, dude. Like, holy fuck. But if WWE gave even one little ounce of fuck about the tag team division, this match would be a show stealer. But since they don't, it's probably going to be like 10 minutes of fucking rest holds and arm drags and a little dives outside. Some dives.
And they don't want to add ladders to it.
Yeah, exactly. And
That's a bull. We need to sue WWE.
But yeah, if they actually give this match time, they actually give this match like 20-25 minutes, I will be surprised and I will be so happy because this match has all the makings of a show stealer. And I'm hoping I'm wrong that I'm hoping they do give this match a lot of time because it would be a show stealer if they do. Now, speaking of show stealers, here's another show stealer that if they do give it time, it will be a show stealer. Samoa Joe versus Rey Mysterio for the United States Championship. That's a dream match in itself. I'm not sure if it happened already, but if it did, fuck me, right? But it's a dream match of itself, you know? Wait, did it happen on SmackDown?
I don't think it ever happened.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't think so. Probably happened some match in the Indies. Okay. But yeah, I hope Rey Mysterio's ankle is okay. Hopefully he can wrestle on Sunday if he can. It's going to be a great, fun match if they give it a lot of time. If they going to give it like 5 minutes again, because this match was kind of like impromptu too. They literally like announced it like a week ago and literally no build up at all, no nothing. It was that there. Where was the build up? Literally just backstage interviews with him and his son Dominic. That was the build up. That was literally the build up. I mean, that's laughable. But yeah, knowing these two guys, these two veterans, these two great professional wrestlers, it will be a good match. They will try to hopefully work with what they got, and hopefully they get some time. Now, I don't know how the fuck I got this match. I was lucky, I guess, because I got the main event match between Ronda Rousey, Charlotte Flair, and man Becky Lynch. It is for the SmackDown Women's title and the Raw Women's title. It's a unification match, I guess. So, is it going to be like in 2013 they're just going to make the title one title?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That was fast. No brand split anymore, I guess.
Nope.
Please no. Please keep it.
Yeah, I actually like the brand split, so yeah. I mean, all I wanted was a simple one-on-one main event match. It didn't even have to be the main event. It can be the It can be somewhere in the middle of the show. Ronda Rousey versus Becky Lynch for the Raw Women's title. That's all I wanted. But no. This match changed so many times. I think I saw this on like Cam's Instagram where you like saw like the evolution of the match, like everything, right?
Yeah.
From Survivor Series all the way to here.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy, but I mean, it's still gonna be a good match. It's probably still gonna be a killer match, but with Charlotte in it, like multi-person matches are usually good, but I still wanted like the first women's main event to be a one-on-one match because one-on-one matches hold more prestige, I guess. You know, like, and it's the first main event, like main event WrestleMania matches. You think of one-on-one matches and not triple threat matches because, like, you think of like Andre the Giant and Hulk Hogan Ultimate Warrior, and
unless it's 20 with Redacted and Hunter and Shawn.
or unless it's
Ghost?
WrestleMania 2000, which I completely forgot the main event was Big Show, Mick Foley, Triple H, and The Rock. I completely forgot about that because
Big Show is the
everybody
main
forgets
event,
about
though.
that match. I don't know. I have no idea who the fuck won that match, anyways.
The
And
Rock.
probably
Hunter
in-
won that match.
Triple H.
See,
The Rock.
Hound just said The Rock.
True.
See, I don't know who won that match. You don't know who won that match, but Cam does because he's a fucking genius.
I'm a fucking historian for some reason.
But yeah, probably in 10, 15 years, you have no idea who won this match because there are 3 people in it, and one of them was shoehorned in it, and the other one fucking clawed her way into this main event. She was the fucking Irish last kicker. She was the fucking pun person on Instagram who would do silly puns on her stories and shit. And now she is the fucking man. She will take that title. She'll take those titles. Actually, have her winning. I hope she does win. It will be a big fucking swerve if they put both titles on Ronda or even worse, Charlotte. No offense, Charlotte. I like Charlotte. She's a good wrestler and all, but just get the fuck out of here, shoehorn Charlotte.
If
Get out of
Charlotte
here.
wins, I'm gonna go to WWE HQ and I'm gonna
Just burn it to
I'm
the
gonna
ground.
You're gonna throw hands with
Burn
Vince
it down.
McMahon.
I'm gonna
Well,
throw hands with Mr. McMahon.
I hope someone has the money to bail you out of jail. So
You guys,
Um,
right? Right?
No,
You guys are my
I am
partners
not
in
spending
crime.
my hard-earned
No.
money on you.
Yeah,
alright?
I
I'm
gotta
good.
save my own money.
Yeah. Hey man, we'll start a GoFundMe though, and hopefully someone will chip in.
Yeah, but I got Becky winning
If
both
anybody
titles
wants to
because she
donate,
is the
just
man.
donate to
She
the
is the
assassin.
fucking man.
Stop it
all
with
right,
that
sounds
horrible Irish accent.
I think it's pretty
What?
good actually.
That Irish
What?
Pretty good.
accent is bad.
I don't
I
give
think
a
it's pretty good.
fuck.
You sound like you're trying to be Conor McGregor.
I mean,
That's
that's
he's
pretty good.
Irish.
That's
so.
the point.
I mean,
Right.
thank you. I guess he's
Well, he
Irish.
is Irish.
Yeah. All
But yeah,
right.
that is true though. I only know like one person who won a match at WrestleMania 30, like 5 years ago.
What?
Like what you were
He's-
saying about like, oh, who cares? Because in 20 years you're not gonna remember.
Bro, I said it like 5 minutes ago, dude. Come on, dude. Get with the program. Should have said that when I was saying it. Anyways,
I don't
go
want
ahead,
to
Cam.
interrupt you. That's why I didn't say it.
You interrupted me like 5 times during what I was saying.
Contain yourselves.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, next
Anyways,
match.
Cam, go ahead.
Yeah, Cam, go ahead.
I have 4 matches, going from least interested to most interested. The first match that I'm least interested in is Shane McMahon versus The Miz in a Falls Count Anywhere match. What
Yeah,
is
what the
Shane
fuck
going to
is
jump
that?
off of? What is Miz going to jump off of?
My
Are they going to
dick.
go all the way to the outside?
Yes.
It's funny that you expect Miz to jump off of anything, dude. He's not that kind of wrestler.
Shane's gonna jump off the stage.
I
What?
said that just as a plot twist.
You didn't say stage. You said what's he gonna jump off of?
No, I said, what's Shane going to jump off of? Is Miz going to jump off anything? Oh, forget it. My prediction is Miz to win because
You gotta
Shane
save
usually
Mr.
doesn't
Dad.
win. Because Shane usually doesn't win at Mania. Next one
Yeah,
is...
I mean, we gotta see that shot of Miz hugging Maurice and his dad and his mom and his kid, which is probably gonna happen.
I guess Hound isn't worried about interrupting Cam.
God damn it.
Yeah. No interruptions. All right, go ahead, Cam.
My second match that I'm moderately interested in is Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre. This is Roman's first one-on-one match since he came back. Am I right or am I wrong?
Correct.
You're right.
Yeah.
Correct.
His first match back was his only match back was a Shield.
Yeah.
What was his first one-on-one match? Since they want to have a feel-good moment and they want to have Reigns actually have his moment, excuse me, since they want to have Reigns have a feel-good moment in his first match back, I say Roman gets the win. Third match I'm actually interested in. Randy Orton versus AJ Styles, 14 years in the making. All thanks to a fan saying sign AJ Styles at Mania 20.
This is a match that I've been wanting ever since AJ came into the company, and I'm actually glad that I'm getting it now at the biggest show of the year. Like, and which is the match that I'm most interested in. I forgot about the other match that I had. This my prediction for this is AJ. Anyway, the match.
Yeah, Roman and Drew.
I have one more.
You have the
My main
Universal
event.
Championship.
Yeah, my main event.
The best.
Brock Lesnar versus Seth Rollins for the Universal Championship.
My boy Seth is gonna win the title.
Get ready for it. Get ready to pop your eyes out, Hound. I'm willing to sacrifice Seth Rollins losing just to have Kofi Kingston and Becky Lynch get their moments.
No, all three will have their moments.
No, knowing this company we're gonna get two good moments,
Nah.
and
no
the fucking thing is gonna
get-
happen.
We're probably gonna get one good moment. Just like either Seth and Becky win, and then Kofi's gonna win at like Extreme Rules or something.
No, it'd be bigger to give Kofi his moment here.
I know, but like I see that happening. Vince is just like that.
I would trade Ronda to win for Seth to win.
Hey. Seth,
Wow, that's a big trade.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So
I
is that
didn't
it,
give my
Cam?
prediction. My prediction for Universal is my prediction would be Seth to retain, just to say I can get one wrong, but I'm saying Lesnar's gonna win.
Yeah. Sounds good. It's a big prediction, actually. Actually, a lot of people are predicting Seth, but I can see Brock winning. Unfortunately. All right, so now on to my matches. I got the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Are they even calling that match Andre the Giant Memorial?
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
Why would they
skip- yeah.
change the name?
Yeah, I have no clue because nobody really cares about this match that much. I think it's gonna be like the first pre-show match, but you know, it's still one of those things where at this point it's a whatever match, anybody can literally win. Just pick a mid-carder off the top of your head. He's probably gonna win the match.
Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with
Roman's
Dolph
gonna
Ziggler
win.
actually. Yeah, I think Tyler is onto something. Like Dolph can just waltz in there and be like, "Hey, you want me to stick around? Yeah, let me win this battle royal, please." I think that's a great prediction, Tyler.
Dolph Ziggler.
I don't know, but yeah,
I
I'll go
want
with Ziggler.
wild card people like maybe Mustafa Ali or even Andrade Almas.
True. Yeah, I guess those guys would actually benefit from the wins, but
I
nobody
mean, the,
really benefits from
Syed.
this match.
Nobody
The
benefits
Battle
from the
Royal
Battle Royal
literally
trophy.
means nothing, so just
Syed.
give it to
It's
Gronk
just,
for all I
you
care.
win a
Syed.
trophy, it's there for a week, and
Yo,
What's
you
up?
forget about it.
Say that real quick, boys.
What's up?
Are you excited to see Colin Jost and the other dude with Gronk?
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, SNL guys, Colin Jost and Michael Che are gonna be in the the Battle Royal.
The Royal Rumble's in January.
Royal Rumble.
Yeah, my bad.
The
Yeah, the
Rimble.
It's
battle.
gonna be the segment of the night. I dare you to come up with something better than Colin Jost and the other guy with Braun Strowman.
Oh,
I
my
don't
God.
know,
If-
Elias and somebody else.
yeah, I guess they're gonna have a funny spot or like a hardcore spot. Like, yeah, we'll see. But that's a pretty good one. All right. Other than that, let me see. Kurt Angle versus Baron Corbin is the other match I got. Now, like we talked about last week, I think 2 weeks ago, about how Corbin's kind of an underwhelming opponent for Angle. I still agree with that, but at the same time, uh, I defended Corbin saying, he's not a bad wrestler. He's pretty good, and I think on his best day, he can probably bring out a pretty good match out of Kurt Angle. And at this point, it is what it is. I'm of course gonna predict Kurt to win. Like, there's no way he's losing on his way out to Corbin. That would be a big rub for Corbin to win a match against a Hall of Famer at WrestleMania. It would piss a lot of people off, and it would be a good kind of heat. But I'm gonna go with Kurt winning.
I'm just hoping that Baron can actually get better attire this time instead of the bartender vest he's been wearing for months.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
All
right,
right,
so
he's gonna come out with 45 vests on.
yeah. The other match I got is Fatal 4 Women's Tag Match. The Iconics versus Sasha Banks and
Woo!
Bailey versus that's your favorite, versus Tamina and Nia Jax versus Beth Phoenix and Natalia. So it's got a good mix of the current wrestlers, past wrestlers, and a very good mix. So I'm thinking, this is one of those matches that you really can't predict. I want to see the Iconics win,
Yo, my man.
but I think there's a chance Sasha and Bailey just retained. I think the safer bet is Sasha and Bailey retaining, so I'm gonna go with that. But I do want to see the Iconics win. I think that makes the most sense right now. All right, so the other match I got is the co-main event, Daniel Bryan versus Kofi Kingston. Now, this is a match we have discussed extensively on the podcast, and I know a lot of us are very emotionally invested in this match. And of course, I predict Kofi Kingston to win, and I want Kofi Kingston to win. I think at this point, it's one of those things I don't want to be cynical and be like, oh, they're never going to pull the trigger on Kofi winning at Mania. But at this point, it just feels like you got to do it. There's no other choice. If you don't do it, then it's just the same cycle. I think it's time they break the cycle and actually go with it and, have Kofi win the title at WrestleMania. It's going to be a huge moment. They're going to get a lot of headlines tomorrow, and WWE loves headlines in mainstream media. This is going to bring a lot of attention to them, and it's finally going to give Kofi the win he deserves after 11 years in the company, doing so much for them, from mid-card to tag teams, and just, And, of course, Daniel Bryan's going to carry Kofi to an amazing match. He's one of the best technical wrestlers of all time. He is exactly where he should be after years of amazing moments at WrestleMania, or WrestleMania 30 in particular. One of the best moments, and it's all coming full circle now. I really can't wait for this match. And my prediction is Kofi Kingston winning.
It should be the real main event, though.
Yeah, some can argue for that, but they got to go for the historic points. They got to put the women's main event there.
This is historic. The first ever black champion, man.
I know.
But not as historic as women.
Yeah,
Because,
they put more stock
we treat
in
our
that.
women like shit. We gotta give them their world now.
Right, exactly.
Bro, you can
I think they
say
gotta
the
just
same thing
pull the
except for
plug.
worse with black people, dude.
Pull
Yeah.
the plug.
Pull the plug. Pull the plug on WrestleMania if Kofi doesn't win.
It's hot.
Yeah.
Yo, what if just fucking Bryan, Lesnar, and Ronda retains?
Yeah, expect riots outside of the stadium.
Yeah. Alright, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, that was a fucking waste of time.
Yeah. Expect refund chants at the stadium. But yeah, we'll see. But yeah, looking forward to WrestleMania. It's gonna be a pretty good one. And next week we will, of course, have a review of the best matches from WrestleMania and the overall results. So yeah, with that, we're gonna end our podcast. Thank you to everybody
And if it was
that
trash,
tuned
it was
in.
trash.
Yeah, if it was trash,
Thanks
it
to
was
the
trash.
10 people that. Thank you
tuned
for
in.
the
If it was trash, tell
785
them to
people
come
that
to the
actually
world.
watched it.
Yeah, true.
I just
All right,
want to
so
say
with that-
thank you for 10 episodes, guys. Thank you.
Yep.
You guys mean
We are
more
going to
to
pull
us.
the plug on this episode.
Pull the
Fuck
plug
Peyton
right now.
Royce.
Give us
Yeah.
money.
You're the reason we are still here.
If you want to donate and give us money, give us money.
Yeah,
Where would they
we
donate
need
to?
money.
we'll put
We're not
Cam's
getting
Cash
monetized
App.
from this shit.
We'll put Cam's Cash App in the description.
Iron Man
Right.
is the worst Avenger.
Yes.
Thor's the
Hold
best
on, I have
movie.
how do you know I have a cash app?
I'm assuming
Oh,
everybody does.
I
Oh no,
don't.
Cam needs a raise. That's my thing.
Oh
Yo,
yeah,
we
true.
should start a Patreon. Let's go.
Okay,
We got
let's
a
not talk
podcast
money.
early.
All right, we'll see you guys next week. Peace.
You're so greedy.
What? I need money.
Can I borrow $1?
Nah.